did you know that Riveria is more important than she seems? Riveria is a high elf, which already sets her apart from regular elves. She is considered nobility among her kind, and is treated accordingly wherever she goes. She is the daughter of the current king of the elves, which is why she is called the Queen of the Elves. She was meant to be his successor and take up the mantle of elven leader in the future. She belongs to the elven royalty, and because of that, she is treated with respect and reverence no matter where she is. And on top of that, she carries the surname Alf, which means progenitor of the elves, signifying that she is a direct descendant of the original elven bloodline, making her even more special. However, despite having every reason to be an arrogant elf like most of the others, she grew tired of her father's attitude and his hatred for the world beyond the forest as she grew up. Because of that, she chose to leave the forest, escaping with the help of Loki and a childhood friend, and that's how she ended up joining the Loki Familia, becoming its second official member. And of course, being an elf, you could already use magic even before receiving a fauna. It's a common trait among elves, but even better, as elven royalty, her magic was already powerful and unique before the fauna, and after receiving it, it only became stronger. So Riveria is very important and of course special. And besides this, there's a lot of content in Danmachi that didn't make it to the anime, so I will tell you about it, 7 insane facts about Danmachi. And all I ask is your subscription and of course a like to support the video. In second place, did you know Albert Waldstein might be Ais' father? Ais Wallenstein is still shrouded in mystery, with almost nothing known about her past. However, throughout childhood flashbacks, we know her mother was the wine spirit Arya, and her father was a great swordsman and something of a hero. Later in the volume 15 of the light novel, which was cut from the anime, we learned that Albert's full name is Albert Waldstein, and that Ais is somehow connected to him, and of course we have her surname, which is Wallenstein. So through the appearances of Ais' father in her flashbacks and the Albert figure in the bridge, aside from of course the similarity in their names, it's heavily implied that he is her father, almost confirmed. And Albert is the greatest hero of all time, a legendary figure in that world, known as the mercenary King Albert. He is mainly known for his exceptional swordsmanship, having been a sword champion without much to his daughter, and it's no wonder Ais' sword skills are unmatched by any other adventurer. She has the best swordsmanship of actuality. Albert was so skilled in his time that even after an entire era has passed, in terms of technique at least, no one has surpassed him, and even in strength, it's doubtful anyone has reached his level. On other hand, Ais' mother is the wine spirit Arya, who was Albert's spirit partner, and this adds to the mystery around Ais, since spirits are said to be unable to have children. So with this crazy and incredible backstory, Ais' full past still hasn't been revealed to us readers. In third place, do you know why Hestia is the only person who never saw Syr throughout the entire series? The thing is, as we know, Syr and Freya are the same person, and that makes it tricky when Freya takes on Syr form and vice versa. On other side, Hestia is a goddess, and like all gods, she has a heightened perception of everything in the world. Nothing can hide from a god's eyes, as stated in Danmachi. For example, as the first time she saw Vini, even though the monster girl was fully covered, Hestia immediately knew she wasn't human. Thanks to her divine senses, Hestia can recognize tiny details and uncover hidden truths easily, as well as judge those around her. It's a power that only a goddess possesses. And Freya, while in Syr form, was fully aware of this sharp divine perception, and actively avoided any contact with Hestia in order to keep up her true identity hidden. After all, if they met, just like what happened with Hermes, Hestia would instantly know that Syr wasn't human. Even if she had been unsure whether she was a goddess or something else, she would know that Syr wasn't human. And if Syr ever tried to lie to her, Hestia would catch immediately. You can't lie to a god. So that's why Hestia never met Syr before. In fourth place, did you know that the beating Lily took was way more brutal than what the anime showed? This is the part where Lily, after stealing Hestia's knife for the second time, gets cornered by members of Soma Familia and beating up before Belle saves her from the ants. But here, she really got wrecked. Seriously, the beating was brutal. The adventurer who caught her was downright sadistic, the perfect example of why Lily hated adventurers so much. First, he knocked her down while she was running, then kicked her square in the nose while hurling insults at her. Next came a punch to the cheek, then a kick to the chest and another to the back that made her bounce across the dungeon floor. floor, and the adventurer was enjoying the sight of her broken on the ground. He even proudly declared that he would take everything Lily had. Then came 2 more kicks to her stomach, and then he was ready to use a knife until other adventurers show up and killed him. And when the new adventurers arrived, they didn't hit Lily directly, but they robbed her. Everything she had, magic stones, magic sword, items, and even the key to her vault, where she kept all the savings that she built to leave some familia. On top of the vicious beating, Lily lost everything she had worked for over years, which is why she stayed poor even after that incident. She basically had to start her life all over again. In 5th place, did you know that Belle and Hestia are 2 of the few people who can resist Freya's charm? Freya's charm is a massive power that can easily bring almost everyone in the mortal realm under her control if she wants. That's just a fact. But almost everyone, because there are exceptions. Belle, thanks to his skill Lyra's Freeze, can break free from the charm and isn't enchanted by her. Lyra's Freeze not only boosts Belle's growth the stronger his feelings are, but also frees him from any abnormal status condition that affects his mind. Because of this, he's basically immune to Freya's influence. The only way she could enchant him would be by severely weakening him and his skill, nearly shutting it down entirely. As for Hestia, she can resist the charm because she is one of the 3 virgin goddesses, literally the opposite of Freya, who is of course the goddess of beauty and fertility. But it's not just Hestia, any of the other virgin goddesses could resist Freya's overwhelming charm thanks to their unique divine traits. On top of that, Hestia is even capable of countering Freya's charm. And of course, Alfia and Zald were also confirmed by the author to be naturally resistant to Freya's charm, so even Belle's aunt wasn't going to be enchanted by her. In 6th place, did you know Hestia was mistaken in thinking that she and Belle were perfect for each other? After Beck defeated the Silverback, as we know, Hestia passed from exhaustion from not sleeping for days and working so hard on Hestia's knife. At that moment, Belle took her to the Benevolent Mistress, where she looked after the goddess while she slept. Here, when Hestia wakes up and Belle enters the room to check on her, they have a brief conversation about everything that happened over the last few days. She tells him how she spent days doing Dogeza and then worked with Hephaestus to forge the Hestia knife, after the parry and everything else. And Belle gets emotional hearing this. Hestia had managed to get him a weapon, even though Hephaestus family's weapons are ridiculously expensive. Since Belle wants to grow stronger, Hestia did it because she wanted to help him more than anyone else, because she loves him, and she tells him that directly. And Belle starts crying, and Hestia smiles at him. And here, at his emotional limit, Belle hugs Hestia while crying. They share a deeply touching moment, the room filled with the sound of sobbing as the goddess comforts the young boy. At that moment, Hestia felt like this crybaby boy loved her more than anything else, and she was incredibly happy to realize that. But while they were hugging, Hestia seriously misunderstood one big thing. She thought that this was true love, and that the 2 of them were perfect for each other, but in reality this wasn't true love. This was another form of love, a fraternal love. In 7th place, did you know that Freya's charm is so powerful that it can affect almost anyone? It traps people in her will or makes them obsessive and infatuated with her, either out of pure devotion or genuine love. Freya isn't just a goddess of beauty, she is the very embodiment of beauty like no other, and because of that, her charm affects both mortal children and the gods themselves. She is simply irresistible to everyone around her, no matter who they are. Even if someone is already under the charm of another goddess of beauty, or under the control of another god, Freya can still enchant them and override any interference. A great example is when she stole one of Ishtar's minions, using only her charm. If Freya uses her charm consciously, she can envelop an entire city, and it's said that if she really wanted to, she could affect the entire mortal realm, enchanting every being in it. With this power, Freya can make anyone obey her, even if it means they ended up hurting themselves. She can overwhelm a person's mind and senses to the point of incapacitating them, just like she did with Ganesha Familia during the Monsterfilia, and she can even charm monsters. On top of that, she can overwrite memories, forging a false reality using nothing but her charm. But that is it for today, guys. If you liked it, comment below your favorite fact and opinion, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and of course give me a like to support the video. Now I'm out.